For more on the UAAP Volleyball Finals, kasama natin ang analyst at broadcaster si Eric Tipan. Eric, welcome back to The Score.
Hi, TJ.
Thanks for joining us. Okay, exciting games today.
Oh,
Grabe.
Intense.
No? Wild games today. Unahin natin yung men's finals na ginawa ninyo nung game 2 kanina kung tinapos na ng Ateneo. You saw game 1, nanalo ang NU at least ng one set.
The first set.
Coming into game 2, did you expect itong klaseng dominance ang men's team?
No, not at all. I was actually looking forward to a game 3 because you're expecting NU to bounce back after dominating Ateneo. I mean, I have to use the word dominating Ateneo. In the first set, they were happy, they were running around, they were playing really good high-level volleyball, and then Ateneo came back, won 3 sets. You're thinking to yourself, makakabawi ang NU dito in the second meeting, in game number 2.
Kasi nakatikim naman sila ng one set.
Exactly, and they're going to regroup. Coach is going to talk to them and have a better game plan against Ateneo. They saw their weaknesses in game number 1, reception first of all, and then the blocking. They're the best blocking team in men's volleyball in the UAAP, but they didn't show it in sets 2, 3, and 4 against Ateneo in game number 1.
So in game 2 today, first set pa lang, 25-16, medyo malaking kalamangan yun. Natamaan na kaya sila dun psychologically in the first set pa lang?
Well, they were playing erratic talaga in the first set. They didn't seem like they were, they felt they had the right to be there against Ateneo. They played tentative. Their reception was spotty, and then their blocking was non-existent. Ateneo, actually, their defensive strategy at the net was a lot better than NU, which is surprising because Ateneo is not known for their blocking. They're known for their attacking and their offense, but not for their blocking. But they were good blocking-wise in the first set, and that actually set the tone, it seemed to us, for the entire game number 2.
So tumuloy-tuloy na. Humabol lang konti yung isang set, 25-20, then 25-19. Pero they didn't just have enough anymore to hurdle.
They weren't really in there. I mean, in the first game, there were 4 players from NU in double digits. In the second game, the leading scorer was the Rookie of the Year with 8 points.
Only
then Francis,
8 points.
only 8 points. Francis Sauro with 7 points. And then the rest, all the rest na naka double digits, they weren't even there. They were we barely mentioned the names like Gampong, Malabunga, who were played pretty big in game number 1.
Well, would you think that this is something to do with experience? I mean, this is a younger team compared to the Ateneo team.
Definitely.
So how do you expect this to move on? Next year, what can you see for NU in terms of improving and keeping this core together?
Well, for sure, it's going to be a huge experience itong finals with Ateneo. But they bring it to season 79. And James Natividad, Mads Gampong, Kim Malabunga, Brian Bagunas, these guys are going to be much better. And malalaki itong mga batang to, including Francis Saura. So they're going to bring this and play much better in season 79. The only thing that they'll have to adjust on is having a new setter because Vince Mangulabnan, their captain and the best setter from last season, is graduating today, this season. So
and malaking bagay yun. We know how big a setter is in volleyball. Meanwhile, for Ateneo, I know they're losing Isay, correct? Isay Marasigan is graduating, pero the back-to-back MVP is still coming back. Rex Intal is still there as well. How solid is the chance for Ateneo to go for 3 straight?
They're pretty solid. Obviously, they're going to miss the contribution of Isay Marasigan. He's been pretty big. And that's why it feels to me like Mark Espejo did not win best scorer because of the fact that he had so many people to rely on, including Isay Marasigan. Isay was second, if not second fiddle, maybe at par with Espejo in terms of getting touches from Ish Polvorosa. But they're going to miss that. But Espejo is there, Intal is there, and there's one more year for Josh Villanueva, and Ish Polvorosa is still there, the best setter for season 78. So they're going to be solid, and they'll contend for sure at least Final 4 or finals come season 79.
Fascinating. All the more the popularity as well of men's volleyball really continuing to rise as well this season, and all the more next year. Meanwhile, let's take a look as well on the women's volleyball. Man, what a wild game too.
It was intense.
I don't think I've ever seen anything wilder than this in a long time. So LaSalle with a big game 1 win coming into this game. You saw the first set, 25-18. They looked so confident. They looked like they were just gonna dismantle Ateneo. What happened there? Because even in the second set, you saw the moments for Ateneo. They lost it 28-26. Pero parang kita mo na yung momentum of Ateneo rising. So what happened after the first set?
Actually, you know what? As good as Ateneo or LaSalle played in the first 2 sets, you felt like and you're watching, you're on TV, and you feel like Ateneo has it in their pocket, has it to come back
Right.
and bounce back, and they showed it in the third set. And each and every set, they always kept it, except for the first set,
Yeah.
they kept it close, especially in the second set. In fact, they were set point in set number 2.
Right.
Humabol lang ang Lasal
Hinabol lang
nun.
sila. Tama.
Exactly. So Ateneo always had it in them, and then they finally, really put together a nice series of plays in
Yep.
sets 3, 4, and 5.
Well, in set 3, doon na lumabas yung maraming errors ng Lasal. What would you attribute this to? I mean, here you are, Lasal, you're one set away from a championship.
Right.
And then, is it a mental breakdown when the pressure mounts on you na, okay, we win this set, champion na tayo, and then the errors pile up?
Yeah, could be one of the things that caused these errors. Maybe jitters. Maybe it's having that chance to dethrone Ateneo finally,
Yeah.
that really sort of messed up their minds towards the end. But I mean, that's taking away from Ateneo, who a team that really played a good third set to bounce back and extend this to fifth setter and eventually to game 3.
Well, and then, we saw them dominate 25-17, 25-16, and then 15-11. Liza Valdez, she became even a bigger monster in those third, fourth, and fifth sets. What can you say about her, and how well her teammates kept finding her? They kept looking for her, and she kept delivering.
Right. There were several times she was blocked or she sent the ball out of bounds, but she never. First of all, she never lost her confidence, and her teammates never lost confidence.
Even though down
in her.
0-2. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh.
And she's a back-to-back MVP, and she won her third MVP this season. So she knows what to do in pressure-packed situations, and she delivered. It was 34 points for Liza Valdez. What a number.
Crazy. Ay, sabi nga ng ibang tao, kahit sa basketball, mahirap ang 34
Exactly.
points. Volleyball pa kaya, na
pa.
walang 2 points saka 3 points.
That's right.
You're talking about 34, made shots right there. So I won't ask you your fitness forecast for Game 3, but who do you think has more of a momentum? Let's put it that way, and more of a, a little bit of an edge coming into Game 3?
Well, of course, Ateneo. You have to go with Ateneo because they won the last 3 sets. But at the same time, Lasal has always been solid. We were talking about this off the air kanina. Ateneo seems to us, in season 78, the only shot they have at winning over Lasal is if they stretch it to 5 sets.
Yeah.
Lasal, on the contrary, they only need 3 sets. They won against Ateneo 3 sets twice this season.
Correct.
First round of the eliminations, and then game number 1 of the finals.
Yeah.
So momentum may play a tiny 0.01% of everything, but bottom line is whoever comes in ready to play game number 3 is going to win the
Start
championship.
strong right away. Oh,
Right.
well, one thing's for sure, we're going to see a rocking Araneta Coliseum on Saturday.
definitely.
Full house for sure. Don't ask me nor Eric for tickets. That's the biggest misconception of sportscasting. We don't ever get free
we don't have
tickets for anything. Even we don't have seats. You have to stand there on. Eric, maraming salamat. We'll see you again next time. Thank you.
Hi guys, keep watching The Score for the latest sports updates, and don't forget to subscribe to the ABS-CBN Sports in Action YouTube channel.